Manchester United 1, West Ham 0. Paulo, nervy. What do you make of that?
Yeah, last 20 minutes was danger. I thought we were letting them on and we were soaking up their pressure. But like you said earlier on, I think when he brought on McTominay and Fred, we were letting them all over us in the midfield. I thought that as soon as Eriksen came off, and even though when Eriksen was on, I feel like the last 5 minutes before he came off, I still felt that he was quite leggy. He wasn't as involved in the game. But as soon as McTominay and Fred came on, I felt like we lost complete control of the game. And even in the first half, we said we went for a few moments where bad passing, misplaced passes, and giving away possession stupidly. So, nervy game.
Yeah, certainly a nervy game. Yeah. Got us to talk about David De Gea, though. Talk about bailing us out at the end. Mm-hmm. Was he your man of the match?
Oh, for me, De Gea, Dalot. I thought Eriksen, when he was in possession, was really good. I think it's going to have to be Diogo Dalot. I think it's going to have to be Diogo Dalot for me. I know Portuguese bias. Yeah. Just saying, a little bit. But I'm just saying, I thought him and Luke Shaw as well today were really good. Really good today. I thought that Dalot, everywhere, like you said, on the wing, left back. How's this guy got the energy to be doing this the whole game? The headers, like you said, I thought Maguire in the last 10, 15 minutes, he was busy. First half in possession, he was nervous. You could see he was taking a bit too much time on the ball. He kept losing the ball out of position when it would be a counter-attack. Like we said, even if you have him up the field or the last man, we're in danger regardless. He's not quick enough to recover. And even if he's the last man, he's going to get done out. He's not agile enough. He doesn't have that awareness. We're missing Varane. We're missing Varane in terms of the control and playing out from the back. You could see Martinez didn't want to take as many risks playing out from the back and playing those balls in between the line because we were going to get done out eventually, if we were playing too many of those risky balls. But for me, Diogo Dalot.
Talk to me though about De Gea's performance because again, the last few minutes, the saves he made were incredible. Really wins us the game. We'll talk about Rashford. We'll talk about him in a second. But just is that what he can offer us? Is that the difference?
It's the big difference, and I know that last season we conceded so many goals, but even then we could have conceded even more without De Gea last season. I mean, if it wasn't for him, we would have conceded another 10, 15 goals last season. And you can see, first half, not much to do for De Gea. Not much to do. And I was quite surprised he was still so switched on to make those saves today because usually goalies, you can see the concentration is gone if they're not very active in the game. And in the second half, he was there. I mean, those 2-3 opportunities that West Ham had, some goalkeepers would have conceded that. And I feel like if it wasn't for him, we would have lost that game, like you said. But look, we've been seeing that ability of De Gea, and he's improving in terms of the sweeper keeper and, coming off his line. And his distribution, again, is still a little bit of an issue. There's still consistency required from him in those areas as a goalkeeper. But I think, like we said in the game, he's not the issue in this team, the worst issue in this team at the moment. There's still issues at right back in terms of, the squad depth at right back and still in midfield and the striker position, So, yeah.
Talk to me about Marcus Rashford. Gets 100 goals for Manchester United today. Yeah. Just talk about the improvement that we've seen this season under Erik ten Hag. What a difference. What
a difference. I mean, we've only seen from the left, and you saw what impact he has from the left today. I've always criticised him in terms of his, I thought last season he was poor, but everyone was poor last season, let's be honest. I thought aerially, he was quite poor generally last season, and even the last couple of years, I didn't think that was a big part of his game. But the 2 headers he scored in the last 2 games for Man United have been amazing. Direction, the leap. Those are the type of goals you see Ronaldo scoring. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Those headers that you see. And look, this might be one of those things where Rashford scores and you might not see him score for a long time headers, So it's one of those ones. But the direction, the leap, it's something that you don't see in Rashford's game. And I feel like he's developing that. And I want to see him from the left. He was probably, like I said to you, Dalot, De Gea, Rashford, top place for me this game. Luke Shaw again there. But I thought Rashford was phenomenal today.
I'm going to do this in my best Portuguese accent.
Go on then.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I
was going to do Cristiano Ronaldo. I thought we were going to try it. I was going to try and do it. Then I thought, this is going to sound terrible. Ronaldo, how do you think he did today?
I thought he was involved a lot defensively today. I thought it was a bit unfortunate because he had that one opportunity on his left foot where it kind of just went nowhere. But really, when you think about it, he didn't have that many opportunities in the game. Everything kind of fell for Rashford. Ronaldo was making a lot of good movement into the box and he was a lot more involved defensively today because I would be interested to see how much possession we had today, but I feel like West Ham in the last 20 minutes, they were on us, absolutely on us, and they were dominating possession at times, even in the first half, where we were sloppy in possession, giving away the ball. And he was there. I mean, he won a lot of headers, like Dalot did, like Maguire did, and we needed that today, because if he would decided to look, I'm going to stay up the pitch, it's not my job to defend, it would have been a lot harder for our midfield, especially when you got McTominay and Fred there, who are not good in possession and who look, they can give the ball away very easily. And you saw that opportunity, the one opportunity that West Ham had, McTominay gets done out. If Martinez doesn't get that block on the last opportunity from West Ham, it's a goal, and Dalot clears it. So yeah, I thought Ronaldo was. His link-up play was good. You didn't see him lose the ball times when you're like, come on, Ronaldo, what are you doing? He was very good defensively. Link-up play was good. Him and Rashford, I feel like, are building a good relationship, which last season we didn't see much of, which is interesting, because in the press conference, Ten Hag said he likes that partnership with Rashford and Ronaldo. So it'll be interesting to see if he continues to play him, because this is his first start since Brentford.
Yeah, certainly. And also, talk to me about that midfield, because you kind of touched on it earlier about second half, it just wasn't existent, it dropped off. Why do you think that was? Do you think it was because of the subs by Ten Hag? Do you think it was just a bit too defensive, a bit too early?
Yeah, I think he made a substitution slightly early, but you could see that Eriksen was starting to tire. So when you have lack of options on the bench, you know, you're going to have to make a decision, and he's clearly saving Eriksen for Real Sociedad on Thursday, and that's a must-win game, like West Ham is as well. But, you know, we've got to finish first in the group in the Europa League. I thought that we noticed, Owen. I mean, the drop-off in quality is quite clearly visible when McTominay and Fred come on. You lose that quality in possession. They can't control the ball like Eriksen and Bruno do. The creativity is not there as well. But even then, you could see the whole squad was leggy. So you're really relying on Fred and McTominay in a more defensive way than you are attacking. And I know Fred was pushing up the field, but, you know, there's not many players then. We saw the opportunity from Fred where he could have passed it straight into midfield, and he just dishes it to the opposition defence. And it's just wasteful. But we can't be focusing too much on Fred and McTominay. I thought that we've got to be grateful for these 3 points, because De Gea saved us.
Is that certainly the positive then? Do you think that, you know, previously there have been games where we haven't played very well and we've been punished, whereas today we haven't played our best, but we've still got the 3 points? Yeah,
like you said, nervy game. And anytime you mention nervy game, it means you played somewhat well at times, but you've also been in trouble a lot. And in the last couple of games, I know we've been in trouble with Chelsea and Tottenham. We dominated that game. Chelsea, we faced some difficulties, but in this game, like we said, it almost felt like at times we were watching Man United from last season, a bit sloppy sometimes in possession, giving away the ball. And yeah, but I'm happy with the 3 points. We've got to be grateful.
Got to be grateful. There you go, guys. Manchester United 1, West Ham 0.